Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. This thing working? Try to get some confirmation here. All right, so here's the deal, guys. The lithium thing's been going on for a while, and I have done a bit of extensive research into this. I come from a tech background. I know a lot about batteries. I've had a lot of different stints in the tech industry, and when I worked for Motorola, we used to condition those batteries for your two-way radios all the time because of depletion layers. You know, and I just want you to be able to grasp the level at which they want to poison our planet for this this power source with very little longevity. Again, let's look at it this way. You currently use a battery to simply start your vehicle, and you complain about what it's cost. It's gone up exorbitantly, right? Well, that's just to start your vehicle, to start and stop. Okay? Imagine running your vehicle on the battery. Imagine the load involved with running a wound motor on a battery, which, by the way, let's not even bring up some of the other things like the saltwater ones in Tampa that caught on fire, or how hazardous they are, the special tires that they got to have, or how much they weigh and how much damage they do to the road, and that they should be made out of pink plastic because they're friggin' Barbie mobiles. But here's the point, guys. In the research, I found out, like, if everybody was to have, like, say, a cobalt battery in their Tesla mobile, that would take about 500 years to mine enough cobalt for the globe to have, the people that are driving, and that's always increasing every day, right? Because every day somebody turns 16 and gets their license to kill from the Department of Motor Vehicles, don't they? Because, you don't just have to have a weapon. A car can be a weapon in the hands of a careless and incompetent individual, as they want to take your guns away. Pretty soon they'll have to register your can opener and your slingshot too, I'm sure. They're putting those, they're engraving knives in China so they can track them, I don't want to get too far off chasing squirrels, but so we're going to risk poisoning the entire planet for a big, heavy lithium-ion battery that goes in a disposable Barbie mobile that has exorbitantly expensive tires and is a heavy car that fell through an old wooden bridge somewhere up north recently. That was an F-150 electric vehicle, because they weigh so much and the damage that they'll do on the road. I think that they should have to pay more because of the damage they're going to do. I mean, look at the semi-trucks, right? Look at how they waller out the lanes, and they make the little areas that hold water that people hydroplane in and have so many accidents because they got 80,000 pounds. That's why when you're in that slow lane, you're kind of riding in the ruts, aren't you? Well, aren't those electric vehicles just as heavy? And you want to talk about longevity? There's no longevity. Okay, when somebody lets go of the airbags in their vehicle, and this has been going on for a number of years, it could be totaled out and it doesn't even have to be a used vehicle, just because of the expense to redo all that stuff. Can you imagine how is the Tesla not going to be totaled out when it needs a new battery? And how are all these things going to end up being disposed of in our landfills, and how toxic is that going to be? Not just to mention how toxic it is from mining this lithium, and they're doing huge grabs. And I just want y'all to look at where this Smackover deposit is, and you can just expect some kind of Appalachian type Lahaina event to happen to this area as well. And the way they've been drying us out in Texas, I'm guessing it's a wildfire. Who knows? Who knows what they have up their sleeve? But I know the devil, Beelzebub's doing a blitzkrieg, man. Everybody's going along for the Hail Mary, and they're trying to terraform hell on earth. Okay? This, ladies and gentlemen, is something that's known as a monkey butt. In the age of monkey butt pox. Hey, I shouldn't have to be vaccinated for that if I don't participate in that type of lifestyle. Don't you feel that way? But, hey, I heard that they're locking down with masks again, out there in California. Days Noah said last night on his thing. And until May of next year. Do they know something that we don't? Anyhow, let's get back to the lithium thing, because this is the most ridiculous thing ever. I can't tell you how outraged I am at all this. I do believe that it's why, as Doc Washburn highlighted during his campaign against Sarah Huckabee Sanders, that she took $13 million from Mike Pence and bought her little red taco truck that she drove around in and campaigned in. And don't she look good now? I mean, hasn't she really spoofed herself up? I mean, she's lost weight. She looks more feminine. And then appearing with Trump and all that stuff. And it's just great, isn't it? Mike, you better rein in your daughter. I mean, Mike, I would think you of all people would have enough sense to know the impact that this will have on our most abundant and pure resource, which is water. And when you were government yeah, you didn't let that happen, did you? Texas wanted to buy up all our nice water, didn't they? You said, nope, can't have that happen. So where are you in on this, Mike? You going to pull your daughter in there, pull her in close and say, hey, Sarah, let me have a little talk to you here. This isn't sustainable. You start your car on your battery and you got to replace it every 3 to 5 years. Imagine when you're running your car on the battery. And then imagine like your cell phone, if you don't wait and run it all the way down to charge it up, and you create depletion layers within it and therefore reduce the amount of usable amperage and lifetime and longevity in said battery. This is the green dream from the battery-powered Barbie mobiles to the windmills to, especially this very volatile new, because we need to have smaller nuclear reactors now that use highly volatile gases for cooling, not to supply you power because you need to turn down your thermostat and get an energy efficient ceiling fan, blah, blah, blah. It's to feed AI. It's to feed the data centers, the Utah data center that uses more power and water than any blue city, and it will never go without either. But I guarantee you multitudes will. And as David Knight reported recently, 3 Mile Island's going back online again. And will it be to provide power to humans? No. Again, sorry I've been going off on the slavery thing, but there's still 36 million people enslaved in this world, and everybody has the wild idea that they want to have a robot slave. We're the slave to the robot. I'm holding what I'm a slave to in my hand. And speaking to an audience that doesn't exist. And of all the things that people choose to take in, these shorts, they're blowing my mind at all the views that these shorts get. Because what you have a hunger for, what you have a taste for. Again, the only thing green about any of this, the only thing that's sustainable about this is keeping a steady trickle of money in their pocket. Sustainability and green, as I've said numerous times, is much like in the 1950s and 60s when they built things to last a lifetime, whether they were appliances, refrigerators, washers, dryers, a vehicle or whatever, easily maintained, standardized parts where John Q. Public could, that's, I hate to be a nerd, but yeah, if I was going to buy an appliance, man, I'd try to get those old appliances any day of the week. Older is always better. The same thing with these cell phones. You think I want to buy a new cell phone right now with this? You don't even get your own SIM. You got to upload your contacts somewhere to a cloud. That's not cool. And, well, I might get one of those special Israeli cell phones, that they, the Hamas pager option, right? Oh, and go out and grab you a $26 Baofeng radio. They're so cheap you can't afford not to have one. Could they be equipped with the same kind of technology? And is it just simply a lithium battery that they are heating to a point that it is, but anyway, we got to be careful. You don't need to get taken down. So there's a lot of things going on, guys. Think about what you're carrying around in your pocket besides the fact that it spies on you and is part of the Technotronic panopticon of hyper surveillance and control citizen. And, by all means, let them go ahead and, drive all the poor people out because they're sitting over on top of all the lithium. Isn't that ironic that all the poor people sit on top of all the lithium as we gave up all that lithium in Afghanistan? All the poor's sitting on all the lithium. They'll never be able to afford a Tesla. That's for sure. But it won't matter because, it's the pact of the future, a future that many of us aren't in, right? Have a good day. Be blessed. I'm out.